Hello everyone and welcome to this video lecture on statistical quality control. It is the part of unit number 5 of metrology and quality control. First of all, we will see what is meant by quality control. Statistics is the study of the collection, processing, analysis and interpretation of presentation of numerical data or observation, and it deals with all aspects of these including the planning of the data collection in terms of method of measurement, design of survey and experiments. The statistical analysis enables proper understanding of data and its variation and to make logical decisions. Myself, Professor M.R. Pardeshi, Mechanical Engineering Department, K.K. Wagh Institute of Engineering Education and Research. So, today's learning objectives are first four learning objectives we are going to complete in this lecture. First is understand the role of statistical tool in quality improvement, understand the different types of variability, that is variation, rational subgroups, and how a control chart is used to detect assignable causes, and understand the general form of show chart, control chart, and how to apply zone rule and pattern analysis to detect assignable causes. And last one is to construct and interpret control chart for variables such as X chart, R chart, S chart, and individual charts. So, starting with the definition of quality. Quality means the fitness for use. We have seen the definition of this quality in unit number 4. There are various definitions of quality as per as the requirement is concerned. Various scientists defining quality in various forms. In quality of design, quality of conformance, these are some areas. Quality is inversely proportional to variability. Then quality improvement and statistics. So the quality improvement, how that quality has to be improved means it is reduction of variability in process and product. Again I told you variability is nothing but if we reduce the variation in the process or variation in the product, ultimately quality will be improved of that particular product, or if you talk about any manufacturing process, that can be reduced. Then alternatively, quality improvement is also seen as waste reduction. If you reduce waste, quality will be improved ultimately. Then what is meant by statistical process control, that is SPC. Initially in the industries, quality control techniques were centered around acceptance or rejection of the article. Traditionally, the quality control techniques were not performed by statistical approach. So in this case, the SPC is the collection of tools that when used together can result in process stability and variation uh, reduction. Mainly, there are two techniques used in SPC. First one is obviously control chart and second one is acceptance sampling. We'll see further. If you talk about the seven major tools used in the statistical process control, while using these um, quality control tools, we can say that quality can be improved of this product or of this particular manufacturing process. First one is histogram, Pareto chart, cause and effect diagram, defect concentration diagram, control chart, scatter diagram, and check sheet. So these are some quality tools to control the quality of the product as well as process. If you talk about the control chart, in that case you need to study what are the chance cause of variation or the assignable cause and what are the non-assignable cause. A process that is operating with only chance cause of variation present is said to be a statistical control. A process that is operating in the presence of assignable causes, it is called, it is to be out of control. The eventual goal of SPC, that is statistical process control, is to eliminate variability, or we can say that variation in the processes or in the product. If you talk about the control chart is a typical control chart has a control limit set at values such as if the process is in control, nearly all points will lie within the upper control limit, that is UCL, and the lower control limit, that is LCL. So this is the graphical representation is plotting between the sample quality characteristics and the sample number or time. So this is the lower control limit and upper one is upper control limit, and this is the central tendency, that is called mean or center line of that particular statistical data. If that all the points is not beyond the upper control limit and lower control limit, then we can say that the process is in control under statistical control. So this is called somewhat the control chart basically. Then if you talk about the basic principle while using the control chart, any process having some input and the output, at the output station we need to measure whatever the process produce that particular product, it is okay or not. So some feedback we will get from this measurement system, and from this measurement system we are detect assignable causes and identify a root cause due to that, and again implement corrective action on that and verify and follow up. And due to that this process means defect, assignable cause, and all this process we will come to know that which tool has to be implemented, and then we can send towards the input parameter has to be changed of this particular process. So this is the basic principle of control chart while implementing any process or in any product. If you talk about the control chart or the basic principle, that is upper control limit we have seen earlier, lower control limit, and what is control limit. So the mu w plus k sigma w, mu w minus k sigma w, where k is the distance of control limit from the center line, that is mean. Mu w is the mean of some sample statistics or some of the sample which is taken for the study of particular statistical control, and sigma w is the standard deviation of some statistics, that is w. Then if you talk about the importance of the control chart, while using the control chart, it is most process do not operate in a state of statistical control. Consequently, the routine and attentive use of control chart will identify assignable causes. If these causes can be eliminated from the process, variability will be reduced and the process will be improved. The control chart only detect assignable causes. Management, operator, and engineering actions will be necessary to eliminate the assignable causes. So the control chart is only eliminate the assignable causes. Non-assignable causes cannot be eliminated. It can be reduced, like for example vibration of the machine, that can be reduced. It is comes under the non-assignable causes, but the we are going to control the assignable causes while studying in the control chart. Then types of control chart. There are two types: variable control chart and attribute control chart. In variable control chart, these charts are applied to data that follows a continuous distribution. Means suppose for example the diameter of the shaft and some geometrical parameters, or we can say the examples, the measured in kilograms or the weight, the diameter of the cylinder as I told you, temperature in degree Celsius or degree centigrade or Fahrenheit. These are the variable uh, control chart or the variables that can be controlled under this particular chart. Then attribute control chart. The attribute control chart refers the number of components conforming and non-conforming with respect to any specified requirement. This chart applied to data that follows a discrete distribution. For example, the presence of crack at joint after welding, surface finish of the component. These are some example of attribute control chart. Then if you talk about the popularity of control chart, the control chart are proven technique for improving productivity. Control chart are effectively in defect prevention. Control charts prevent unnecessary process adjustment. Control chart provide diagnostic information, and another one is advantage, or you can say the popularity, provide information about the process capability, whether the process is capable of for particular object or not. That can be predict from the using of control chart in case of statistical quality control. Then what is mean by the control chart? Suppose we have a process that we assume the true process means is mu is equals to 74. That is the mean of that particular process. Means the 74 is the some numerical value. That particular process is producing the particular product in between plus or minus about 74 value. The process standard deviation is 0.01. Sample size is 5 are taken given to the standard deviation of the sample average is, if you calculate the sample average, sigma is equals to sigma s bar is equals to sigma upon root n, where sigma is given 0.01 under root of 5. 5 is the subgroup size is 5. 0.0045 is the sigma x bar. So if you talk about the control limit can be set at 3 standard deviation from the mean of the both direction, that is plus or minus. So upper control limit, that is the mean plus 3 sigma x bar, and mean minus 3 sigma x bar, that is lower control limit. So the control limit is 74. 74 plus, or the mean is 74. 74 plus 3 into sigma x bar, and 74 minus 3 into sigma x bar will get the values of upper control limit and lower control limit, and we can draw the control chart by using this. This is the upper control limit, that is 74.0135, lower control limit 73.9865, and the mean is 74, and these are the values which are taken into consideration that, and we are the plotting the graph on that. So the average ring diameter, that is x bar, versus sample number, that is these are the 16 samples. So x bar control chart for piston ring diameter, if from this control chart we can say that the process is in under control, means no one the point is beyond the upper control limit and lower control limit. So we can conclude that this conclusion. So if you talk about the design of control chart, choosing the control limit is equivalent to setting up the critical region of hypothesis testing. So hypothesis testing, that is H0 is mu is equals to 74 or H1 is equals to mu not equal to 74. These two conditions has to be satisfied. Then the rational subgrouping. Subgrouping is nothing but, or you can say it is a sample should be selected so that if assignable causes are present in the particular product or process, chance for difference between the subgroup will be maximized, while the chance for differences due to these assignable causes within the subgroup will be minimized. So between this, that can be the minimization factor. So the rational subgrouping, constructing the rational subgroups, select consecutive units of product or the production, provides a snapshot of processes, good at detecting process shift, select a random sample or an entire sample sampling interval, good at detecting if means has shifted, and out of control, and then back in control. So these are the, and if you talk about the analysis of patterns on the control chart, if you remember the previous diagram, so runs of say 8 observation or more could indicate an out of control situation. So whatever the points is in between the control limit, then we can say that this is the process is under control. So This is called the analysis of pattern on the control chart. So run up and run down is the series of observation are increasing, and run down is the series of observations are decreasing. So this is the pattern of control chart. With the help of this we can analyze the control chart. So analysis of pattern on control chart, this is again one another pattern. One at one time from component number 4 to component number let's say 9, it is increasing continuously, and component number 19 to component number 24, it is decreasing continuously. So we can conclude some evidence, or we can get some conclusion that at some component that is increasing means run up, and at some component it is run down. So the observation are increasing and observations are decreasing, but again it is in between the upper control limit and lower control limits, and center line is your mean of that particular statistical data. Then the another pattern is again, in this case again you can say the process is in under control. So with the cyclic pattern, here is the cyclic pattern, means at one time it is upper, the center line is goes to the upper line, again it is go to the lower side, again is upper line, again it is goes to the lower line. So it is called the cyclic manner control chart, or you can say again you can create some conclusion again with the help of the history of this particular machine. So these are the some patterns. So analysis of patterns on control chart, again the variability with the cyclic pattern and variability with the cyclic pattern eliminated. If the cyclic pattern is eliminated, so again it is reducing the means variation of mu, means in case of upper diagram the variation is bigger, but in case of lower diagram variation is lesser. If you talk about the mu is in the mean, so the central tendency is the mean, and the variation is lesser. So the analysis again by using this variability with the cyclic pattern and the cyclic pattern eliminated. Then the analysis of pattern on control chart, the process is considered out of the control if any of the following occur. So there are some points to plot outside of 3 sigma limit. It is then 2 or 3 points, consecutive points plot beyond the 2 sigma warning limit, and 4 or 5 consecutive points plot at a distance of 1 sigma beyond from the center line, and the 8 consecutive points plot on side of the center line. Means what happened here is the C zone means the 1 sigma limit, B zone means the 2 sigma limit, and A zone that is the 3 sigma limit. So whatever the points under this 1 sigma limit, whatever the point under the B sigma limit, and whatever the point under the A sigma or the 3 sigma limit, and 2 sigma limit and 1 sigma limit. So we can simply say that the Western electric zone rule means the lower control limit and upper control limit, means the indication of this particular control chart, you can conclude that. So what are the points under the 1 sigma control limit, under the 2 sigma control limit and 3 sigma control limit. So this is called the electric zone rule. Then next is the 3 sigma control limit. So upper control limit for the 3 sigma control limit is mu plus 3 sigma upon root n, and lower control limit is mu minus 3 sigma upon root n. So the grand mean is the mu cap is equals to x double bar is equals to 1 upon m into the summation of x bar, that is I value is equals to 1 up to m, that is called the grand mean of this particular statistical data. So if you talk about the x bar and r bar chart, or the r chart or the s control chart, the average range that is r bar is equals to 1 upon m into summation of r, that is I is varying from 1 to m, and unbiased estimated of sigma is equals to r bar upon d2, where d2 is the standard tabulated form is present for this particular sample size. What is the sample size? The value of d2 is varying. Suppose sample size is 100, value of D2 is different, sample size is 50, thus a D2 value of this particular table is given, that is standard table. Then X bar control chart and R control chart. So in the X bar control chart, the upper control limit is X double bar plus A2 into R bar, and lower control limit is X double bar minus A2 into R bar. Again here the A2 value of A2 is the standard, and X double bar we can calculate from the statistical data, and R bar again we can calculate from the data. And for R chart, the upper control limit is D4 into R bar, and lower control limit is D3 into R bar. Again the values of D4 and D3 that can be standard taken from the standard table, and again it is depend on the sample size. Then 3 sigma control limit for S chart. So upper control limit for the S chart is the C4 sigma minus 3 sigma under root of 1 minus C4 square, and lower control limit is C4 sigma plus 3 sigma under root of 1 minus C4 square, and S bar that can be calculated upon 1 upon M summation of S I, that is I is equals to 1 up to M, and unbiased estimated of sigma for calculating S control chart, sigma is equals to S bar upon C4. Again C4 value of C4 is taken from the standard table. So this is the S chart. So upper control limit of the S chart and lower control limit of the S chart that can be calculated, and X bar control chart from S bar also we can calculate. So the upper control limit is X double bar plus 3 into S bar upon C4 root n, and lower control limit is S bar minus 3 S bar upon C4 into root n. So from the S bar chart we can plot the control chart of X bar. And this is the end of this particular session. In next video we will solve some numerical based on X bar chart, R chart and S chart. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.